The Malayan sun bears is very special and unique, and they are very arboreal, means that they spend a lot of time on tree. They are the smallest bear species in the world. The reason why we need to keep them in our forest because the roles that they play in our forest ecosystem is irreplaceable. They eat fruits, they disperse the seed, they plant the trees, and when they eat termite, they actually control the termite population from kill many trees at one time. So they keep the forest healthy by keeping the equilibriums of the forest.
The thing with conservation that you always have this feeling that are we doing enough? We are racing against time. When a species go extinct, even when you have the money, you might not be able to bring back the species. Whatever efforts needs to be done, it has to be prior before they go extinct. So it's about asking us like, are we doing enough? Can we do more?
MareCet is the first and only NGO in Malaysia dedicated for conservation and research of marine mammals. We use scientific analysis to find out what's their distribution pattern like, what are the areas that they use for feeding, nursing, what is their movement patterns. Through that we can target what are the actions that are needed to conserve these species.
And after visiting, we on the way back, and it was raining a bit. And then there were these children walking home. And I was asking them, why are they still walking home? At that time was like 3-4 o'clock. They said, oh, they actually, because the school is 2 or 3 hours walk away. How long had this been happening? So, it has been happening for the last 50, 60, 70 years, always like that. If we do nothing, then you will continue for the next 50 years. So we adopt the story, we can't help all the people in the rural community, but surely we can help one family, one kampong, and one community.
I came from Penampang. More or less okay, kami punya family. We were educated in the university, but we were sent to Pitas, we were sent to Keningau, and we realized that our community are really facing a big gap. And we thought, well, we are indigenous people. It's our own people. So we just went into doing some work through PACOS, and we formed that organization.
I train the youth or anybody else about the habitat so that, the community then can be the ones to share. I don't believe in intervention. So I think it's very important that the community decides what they want to do because it's their habitat, it's their place, it's their home. I just help them to achieve the goals that they want and I help to open the doors. It's been 16 years. I think the community has been empowered to some extent. So we do actively try to develop positive relations with the agencies, with these developers, with any big businesses in our area so that we can all come together to protect this environment that we all share.
We started as volunteers in this kampong itself. And we built houses for the Orang Asli families. And that's how we got to know them a bit more. When we found out that a lot of children were dropping out of school, we thought this is something that we needed to help with.
We thought, why not we start a business where they can work from home and they can earn with dignity, stand on their own 2 feet and keep their kids in school.
I'm actually a marine biologist, graduated from UMS. 2014, I came back to KK, so that's where I actually started doing upcycling. We're using waste material, we have to make sure it's strong when it is stood up. All the fishes are actually life-size, which can be found in Sabah. Our sculpture actually sparks a lot. That's why I use big projects to actually make the impact. Moving on towards human sculpture, I want to link human and wildlife together, so that they can actually feel they are important, responsible to actually take care of our environment.
When I saw the amount of food being thrown away, mostly because of its imperfection and external issues. On one hand, and so many people go to bed hungry, and I felt that was a bit unfair. So I decided that I have to do something about this and bridging the gap between these two.
We give food a second chance. Nobody is actually closing the loop. It's not a circular economy yet. From surplus to process it, extending the shelf life, back to the composting and back to the farmer. We are trying our very best.
I remember one of my professors said that, what is the reason of you studying? And then he said that you guys study because you need to give back to the society. Because, our life is not ours. I believe that I want to dedicate this to the cause of providing every children quality education because every children deserve the rights to education. Yeah.